Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a fall makeup look using all drugstore makeup. These are some of my current and longtime favorites. Some of them are newer and others I've been using for years. So I'm going to be doing a warm and cozy pumpkin spice inspired makeup look. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. But before I get into it, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it, and let's get into it. I'm gonna start off by priming my skin with the Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer. This one has 2% niacinamide, and I've been really liking this one. I think I like it more than the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It really is more of a serum texture, so I actually like that. It's not quite as sticky either, but it does help to grip onto makeup, and my skin feels really nice and hydrated whenever I use this, so I've really been enjoying it. For foundation, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade 440, and this is the one with vitamin C, so this is the reformulated version. I do miss the older one, but I do really like this one as well. And I think today I'm only going to use the shade 440. I usually mix a little bit of 460 into it, especially in the summer, but I don't think I need to do that today. I'm really going to work in that foundation into my brush. This is the Real Techniques foundation brush, and I'm going to start pressing it into my skin, starting more so in the center because that's where I want the most coverage, and then I start blending it outwards. But I just love how much coverage this foundation gives. And it does lean matte, but I never feel like it looks like a flat matte. It's one of the more skin-like foundations in my collection, but it does dry quickly, so that's why I'm working on this half first. I am bringing it down my neck, just in case it doesn't match perfectly. My neck is always darker than my face, so that's why I like to drag it down. And then I'm going to tap over it with my Paw Paw blending sponge. For concealer, I'm going to use the Morphe Wakeup Artist Under Eye Correcting Concealer, and this one is in the shade Sand 5W. I did talk about this one in my previous video, but I'm still loving it. It just has such a pretty natural finish with a little bit of luminosity to it, and I love the coverage as well. I would say this one is medium coverage, so I'm going to blend that out with my brush. I do like blending this one out with a sponge as well, but I love the coverage that I get with a brush. But either way, it ends up looking really nice and smooth on my under eyes. And then I'm just going to tap over it with my sponge. Next, I'm going to apply the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer, and this is in the shade Hey Honey, and I'm applying that with my e.l.f. Complexion Duo Brush. This is such a good cream bronzer. I think it's actually the best at the drugstore, and even though a lot of people do really enjoy it, and I do hear people talking about it, I almost feel like it needs even more hype because it just blends out so nicely. And the shade is a little bit warm toned, but I don't think it looks straight up orange on me. I'm gonna see if they have a more neutral shade though. Maybe I will purchase that one, especially for the fall and winter when I do prefer something a little bit lighter and more neutral. I'm going to set my face with the L'Oreal Infallible Blur-Fection, and this is in the shade Translucent Light. This has become one of my all-time favorite setting powders. It's blurring, it's smoothing, and also mattifying, but it doesn't make my skin look dry, and it doesn't give me that tight and dry feeling either. So I've just really been loving this one. I want to try the pink one later for my under eyes, so let me know if you've tried that one and if you think it's worth it. So starting off with my under eyes. And I'm also gonna set the rest of my face. I do get super shiny throughout the day, so I've been trying to go heavier with my powder, and it really has been helping to make my makeup last longer. I went ahead and did my brows off camera, but I just used the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the shade Cool Brown, and then I set them in place with the L'Oreal Brow Lamination in Transparent. I've been loving this one because it makes my brows look fuller. I've always struggled with thin and sparse brows, so this one helps them look a little bit fuller, and it helps to keep them in place all day. And then I also prime my lids with the Milani Eyeshadow Primer. I'm going to take a little bit of that translucent powder And I'm gonna set from the brow bone down to the crease. I want to do a warm and cozy fall eyeshadow look, so I figured this palette would be perfect for that. This is the e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadow Palette in Pumpkin Pie. It has some really pretty warm shades in here, and you do get 2 mattes and 2 shimmers, but I'm going to use a little bit of my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Bronzer for the crease. I want to start off with a lighter shade in the crease, so I think this one is going to be a really good transition shade. So blending that into the crease. If I wanted to do a super simple eyeshadow look, I could really just apply this one in the crease and then maybe a shimmer on the lids, and it would be a really quick and easy look. But I do want to do a little bit more today, so I'm going to use some of the mattes in the e.l.f. palette. Next, I'm going to take this warm matte shade from the e.l.f. palette, and I'm going to focus that on the outer corner, but I'm also going to bring it into the crease. Taking a little more of that bronzer shade, I'm going to reapply that in the crease and use it to further blend that out. I'm going to deepen up the outer corner with this cool toned matte shade. And this one I'm only keeping on the outer corner. I'm not going to drag it into the crease. I'm going to layer both of the shimmers in here, so I'm going to start off with this one, which is the more warm toned one. So applying that onto the lids with my finger. This one is super warm toned and more of a copper shade, which I do like, but there's just something about applying the other one over top of it that makes it look even better. That's usually what I do whenever I use this palette, so I'm going to do that today. And I'm going to top it with the other shimmer in the palette, which is more of a neutral bronze shade. Tapping that right over top. I can still see a bit of the other shimmer underneath, but I just like how these two look together. And then I'm taking my fluffy blending brush and blending out the edges. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take this matte warm brown shade. And then taking some of that bronzer, I'm going to use it to blend out the other shade. And then taking some of that matte cool tone shade, I'm going to place it on the very outer edge of the lash line and connecting it onto the upper lash line. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to apply some of this Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. Okay, I like how this is looking, but I do feel like it's missing something on the lids. So I'm gonna apply some of the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Nillionaire. This one has some really pretty flecks of glitter, so I think this one is gonna complete the look. I wanted to just use the e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadow Palette, but I just feel like it needs something. And this shade is absolutely stunning. Okay, do you think that looks better? I don't know if you can tell the difference. It might be pretty subtle, but I love the flecks of glitter throughout the shadow. And even though the shimmers in the e.l.f. Bite Size palette are pretty good, they're not super intense or reflective, so they're good, but maybe it's also because I've had this palette for a few years now, so they don't look quite as intense as I remember. So adding this one over top, I think really helped. I'm not going to apply mascara for now. I usually apply that after my setting spray, so I'm going to move on to powder bronzer. And I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Bronzer in the shade Light Medium. And this is one that I used in my crease. This is just such an amazing powder bronzer. It truly performs like a high-end product in my opinion. I'm going to take a large fluffy powder brush and go over the bronzer. Sometimes I apply too much and it's really hard to tell with all the lights in front of me, so doing this helps to tone it down and make it look more blended. I usually do this, but sometimes I don't show it on camera just because I feel like it's redundant. For blush, I'm going to use this one from e.l.f. This is the Primer-Infused blush in the shade Always Rosy. So applying that onto my cheeks. I like how buildable this one is. It does build up quickly, so I do try to be careful with it, but it always looks so smooth. And because it is a matte finish, it doesn't emphasize my pores and texture. And then taking my fluffy powder brush again. I didn't apply any powder to it though, but I'm using it to diffuse all the powder products. I'm gonna line my lips with the Milani Keep It Full Plumping Lip Liner in the shade Hot Shot. I've been loving this lip liner formula, and I also really like the other shade that I have, which is called Twice as Spice. That one is more neutral and it is lighter, so this one is a warm mid-tone nude shade. I'm trying to decide between these two lip products. I really like both of them, so I don't know if I want to do a more matte look or something more glossy. So this one is the Milani Fruit Fetish Lip Oil in the shade Pumpkin Spice. It smells so good. It is pretty sheer, but it does have a slight warm tint to it. So I don't know if I want to apply that one. I love the Milani lip oils. And then this one is from NYX. This is the Smushy Matte Lip Balm. This one is really interesting because it is a matte finish, but it's also a moisturizing lip balm. So here is the Smushy Matte Lip Balm in the shade Soft Smile. It is really pigmented, especially for being a lip balm. So I don't know if I want to apply that one over top of the lip liner, or maybe I should just do the lip oil. I wish you guys could tell me. Okay, I can't decide, so I'm just gonna apply some of the NYX Smushy Matte Lip Balm and see if I like it, and if I don't, I can just wipe it off. So I'm gonna apply some of this first. Ooh, that looks really pretty. It's such an interesting texture because it does feel matte, kind of like a velvety matte, but it's also very moisturizing. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep this one on. I'm glad I did because I do really like how it paired with the lip liner. The lip liner is deeper, so I wanted something a little bit lighter over top, but with that warm tone. Next, I'm gonna apply the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. I'm gonna apply some of that Revlon highlighter as well. So applying it to the high points of my face. And then finally for mascara, this is the Clio Kill Lash Superproof Mascara in Volume Curling. I got this one during the Amazon Prime sale. I was gonna repurchase the Volume Curling one, but I wanted to try this one. This one again is the Long Curling, and I really, really like it so far. It has a curved wand, which really helps to curl my lashes, and the formula is pretty much budge proof, so no smudging, no flaking, and I love the volume and length that it gives. So I'm gonna apply a couple of coats of that. I'm also gonna tightline with the Milani Stay Put eyeliner in the shade Semi Sweet. Alright guys, so here is the completed makeup look. I love how warm and toasty this turned out. It tends to be the kind of look I do during the fall, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you have any video requests in the comments. I am trying to come up with some video ideas, and I do have a list, which I keep adding to. I do have it in my notes app, but I want to hear from you what kind of videos you'd like to see next, so leave them in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!